First and then the Thane Hampi Heroes, Arshid, please.
जिस जहां पर आप निकले हैं उस राह पर कहीं बिखरे हैं अहमदनगर की टीम अनबीटन स्ट्रीक है जारी अभी तक कोई पटक नहीं दे पाया नहीं है तो सबसे पहले बुलाने जा रहे हैं the original Panthers. Let's invite, give it up for Ahmadnagar District Periyar Panthers. क्या जीत की लेगेसी लगातार बढ़ा पाएंगे आगे आ रहे हैं थाने के सूरमा थाने डिस्ट्रिक्ट हम्पी हीरोज.
As both the teams have descended down on the mat, it is the chance for the Thane Hampi Heroes actually to do better. But can they stop this lineup? It's the big question, as they've been on that winning streak for 13 consecutive times. Of course, one time that. But Abhishek Pawar and Sanket Kalate in the corners. Abhijit Deshmukh and, of course, Praful Zabre will be their main man to raid. And Saurabh Mayad will, of course, support in. But Ajit Pawar and Shambaji Wable in the covers as well. The captain who always says, Khatam karke jayenge. Let's see if he can do that against the Thane as well. Aditya Shinde, Shivam Pathare, and of course Somnath Bedke, Yuvraj Gavre, and also Rishikesh Date will be there in the substitution lines. And if they need it, they will come on. But we really need one man in the commentary box. Alongside with me is Ryan. Good afternoon, Ryan. Ryan will actually join us in a while as Vaibhav Patil and Yash Boyer will be there in the corners. Vignesh Chowdhury and Mangesh Sonawane will be the raiding force alongside with Chinmay Gurav. Rohan Tupare and Ahmadnagar now becomes the captain for this match. Right, big opportunity for the big defender. Nikhil Boyer, Kaustubh Shinde, Gaurav Patil, Akash Palkar and Prathamesh Bale Kundri in the substitution lines. But looking at the performances of Prathamesh Bale Kundri in the previous match, he should have actually played that starting 7 is what I felt. But yeah, Ajit Chawan finds his place in the second place, overtaking Tejas Patil. Much needed for the Nanded Chambal Challengers as top raider, as he's been the raiding force alongside, of course, Mitesh Kadam is still unreachable, but we will not be seeing him perform. That's the biggest worry as well. But the top 3 defenders, yeah, there we go. The captain, Khatam Karenge captain, that's what he has been called as fondly. Ajit Pawar, 54 tackle points, and Harsh Lad, another captain, of course, being there with 45 of Mumbai Share. So that's the top 3 raiders and top 3 defenders. The toss was flipped upon as Ajit Pawar had won the toss. Yeah, he wins the toss and he says we will want the opposition to raid first. And to start the proceedings off, I have Ryan with me. Good afternoon, Ryan. We will get on Ryan for a short while from now. Ajit Pawar will be there. 54 tackle points and 13 matches played. Fabulous. And I love the camaraderie that these guys have. I just spoke to them before the match and I was very, very lucky to be live here in this Pune's fabulous setup of Kadri Place, and also Ahmadnagar being the captain for the first time. It will be a big, big boon if he can come out and perform really well, even in the defense and also as a big captain. Experienced, but the numbers does not reflect his experience. Today, he will want to do something else and try and stop Praful. And speaking of the camaraderie, yeah, nothing here to even discuss about the numbers, as a 13-match winless streak has gone on and made sure that they have not been challenged by any team. Yeah, just before the game, I was speaking to the entire team out there. And it was so nice and so lovely, jovial, everybody. They were just trying to tell me that, listen, Praful Savre, it's called, and the pronunciation has to be right and all that. And I go out and say, listen, no, fine, all these names, we know, the graphics will fire all these names, that's fine. Tell me the pet names of each and everybody. So, I have the pet names of the top 3 raiders here in the Ahmadnagar raiding unit. I will keep on telling that as the match progresses ahead. But Thane Hampi Heroes, yes, they will want to really win this game. As their coach Maloji Bhonsle said that being at number 6 will actually help them on. Because 2 more teams will join in from the relegation zone, as well as 9th and 10th teams. So they do not want to slip down from 6th place. So it's very, very important for them coming in with a victory as well from this game. And Thane will be looking to go ahead with that form. Very important that the Raiders actually go ahead and fire. That's so really important for the Raiders of Thane Hampi Heroes. Right, we have set up this match very nicely. Let's go down to the countdown and get this match beginning. Right, the toss was won by Ahmadnagar Periyar Panthers. So the first raid will happen from Thane Hampi Heroes as Vignesh Chaudhary walks in. Very, very important that he gets a good start, especially against that strong corner of right, as Sanket Kalate will make sure that he will challenge Vignesh Chaudhary. He's not even gone for the bonus. And that's the signature back hold of Abhishek Pawar. And how many times we have seen that sort of a beginning. And nice to see the bench behind the coach Shantanu Pandav as well. Aditya Shinde is back. I'll tell you where he was the couple of days, but look at this. Slow, and has he stepped into the lobby before the attack? All right. Lucky, but yeah, just going ahead with the flow, saying, okay, the back hold and the left leg of Abhishek Pawar stepping inside the lobby was all in tandem in motion. But yeah, Praful Savre, he comes in, and you know what the team calls him? They call him Narulya. That means Nariyal Pani, that means tender coconut. Ah, nice name as a pet name for Praful Savre. Is Ahmadnagar born lad, got an elder sister who always likes his game. She always actually goes ahead and supports him in whatever the sport that he wanted to play. As Chinmay Gaurav goes ahead and puts in an empty raid. Soros Mad now will have the chance to raid in from the right side. So yeah, speaking about Praful Savre, so important. And the reason why he's been called Nariyal or Narulya is because he's very, very cool. Yeah, when he raids, of course, he raids like a tender coconut. And it's much needed in this summer of Pune's heat. And we are just stepping into May now, after a couple of days. But before stepping into May, we will have the finals on April 30th. And watch this as a backcourt. Oh yes, that was a good, very, very good action and very, very good replay that has been shown to us from the replay operator, Jamshed, of course. Very good lad. So before Abhishek Pawar went in for the backhold, he had a contact, and that contact actually allowed him to go ahead into the lobby, as we will have the do-or-die raid. And also Ryan joining me this afternoon. Good afternoon, Ryan.
Good afternoon, Naveen. I'm happy to be starting off with the do-or-die raid today, something different. And what better than to see Praful Savre come in the do-or-die raid, and he has been tackled out. This is big for Thane, waiting for the do-or-die raid, and Praful Savre falling prey to the pressure of the do-or-die raid.
My God, what a start from Vaibhav Patil from that left corner. Watch that. He was right in front of him. I would have wanted Praful to actually go ahead and actually turn around. Oh, one defender again going out of bound from Thane Hampi Heroes. Who was that? As Thane will want a review for this, saying no, we did not step outside the playing area.
Captain, please come. What is the challenge? Only red out. TV umpire, Thane team challenge, red or out. Our decision, both team each point. Please review.
Right, Ryan, it's going to be a very interesting one. Because in the previous tackle, we saw that Vaibhav actually put in that ankle hold. But I did not see any defender stepping out before the contact. And after the contact, maybe is there any defender stepping out is a big question. I don't think so. But,
Yeah, it looks
very interesting on the decision that came in from the mat. Right? It's your
Yeah, it looks very close in on there.
feel. Oh, the
Oh.
contact from the lobby is being taken off. Right. So that is now prompted for Thane to lose the review and lose their captain as well.
Official timeout.
Yeah, losing the review very early on in the match, and they will not get the opportunity to exercise that. And we have a timeout because the umpires want to clarify the situation here.
Yeah, very much. And also, speaking about the timeout, and this is the right time for me to actually tell you what. Ran, I've just travelled all the way and reached Pune this morning. Being here live with the setup is electrifying, no doubt. And also, nice opportunity to speak to the players in person and ask out my few internal questions. I'll tell you what the internal questions were. As Vignesh Chaudhary steps in for a do-or-die raid and the left
Header
cover.
save.
Oh,
1 point,
very
Thane.
rare.
Jersey number 12
Very
out.
rare as a cover defender from Ahmadnagar to go ahead and commit that sort of
Timeout, Thane.
Yeah, I think you were making me jealous at first there, Naveen, by stating that, but we will get to listen to the coaches now.
वन साइड नको मंग्या सेकंडला खेळून वरती मार भेटणार हाताखालचा प्लेअर येतो पहिला पुढे पिदव 1-2 ला घेऊन सेंटरला आला की वरचा मार बिंदा झाला हा असणार आहे पण मागे लक्ष ठेवायचं बॅकशूटला रेडी असतो कळतंय विघ्नेश तुला पण सांगितलं किक नको डमी दोघांच्या मध्ये टाक.
Oh, right, okay. So, I'll tell you what. Vignesh Chaudhary is asked not to go for the fake bonus.
Red.
He says go for the
Red.
kick against the corners. And also, the other raider, I think it was Soros, maybe. They've asked to target Soros because he's coming into red. Yeah. They've asked him to target him and not to give out any bonus points. Yeah, but Soros Math also generally does not go for the bonus. He always comes in as a support raider for Praful Zavare. Yeah, speaking of Praful, Ryan, I spoke to him. And nice that the entire team actually corrected. But see, in the spelling of the English, it is written as Zavare, but it is Zavre. That is the proper Marathi pronunciation of Zavre. So let's stick to that maybe, Zavre, because he's done so well. It's our just a small duty to pronounce his name also very correctly. And also, I thought you heard what I said. His nickname or his pet name is Narulya. That means tender coconut in Marathi. As Soros now goes for the running hand touch onto that right corner.
Oh yes, definitely that the nickname will be one to
1
cherish,
point,
especially in this
Ahmadnagar,
season. It is
number
a season
20 out.
definitely, and 1 point here goes in favor of Ahmadnagar.
Number 20.
He's confident of the bonus. I think he's taking a review in regards to that.
Number 15.
No, I think he wants 2 points. Maybe, yeah, because he was thinking that, on the right flank, the right end has also had a hand touch.
Oh
Review
wow!
umpire, Ahmadnagar team challenge for 2 points. Our decision only 1 point. Please review.
See, because Soros never goes for the bonus, never tries it, but first tries on the center defender, and then Mangesh Sonawane is in question. The right corner, of course, agreed. Yesh Boyer agreed that, listen, yes, you've had a hand touch on me. And Soros is trying to convince Mangesh on the sidelines as well, saying, okay, listen, I've got a hand touch. Ahmadnagar Periyar Panthers, even though they start off slow, they make sure they hold on to the match until the very end. No, yeah, so whatever the reason for calling Praful as Narulia, whatever the internal secret is, he was saying, no, Naveen ji, no, you're not telling that name on air. I said, no, if you say that, I will definitely tell. So I go out there and tell. And look at the bench there. Aditya Shinde with the man bun. He is there. And also next to him is Shivam Patare. And Shivam Patare is called Mongoose. I don't know for what the reason, but he's been called Mongoose as a nickname. Running hand touch. I think Mangesh Sonawane also has got a touch. He was initially
successful. 2 point Ahmadnagar.
Yeah,
Jersey
successful.
number 20 and jersey number 50
Wonderful. Soros Miat gets
Captain,
2 points.
you
So
have
Mangesh
returned your
Sonawane taken off the mat for a while now. That's a big blow. That's a big blow because it's a top raider who's supposed to be there. But Ran, I'll tell you, let's come back to the match for a little while. Because see, yesterday the Thane Hampi Heroes won because of Prathamesh Bale Kundri and Nikhil Boer. The two corners, they played really well, and that is why they were able to win against the Kolhapur Tadoba Tigers. It's a big raiding unit with Tejas Patil. So 41-22 was their scoreline on the victory. But today, I don't see both of them playing. This is what I really fail to understand with the coaches thinking or the think tank. But what do they actually think? Because I know that, everybody needs a chance, everybody needs to play in. But is it not important to play out your last match of the promotion zone and win it on a high and seal that 6th place?
Do or die.
Yeah, that's there. We even heard in the interview earlier on where the coach well acknowledged the fact that there is an advantage to finishing 6th, and the other interesting factor is the fact that they are going against Ahmadnagar team which has not lost a game so far. So are they keeping that in mind as well? That is a debate for us to ponder upon. Whereas the do-or-die raid which just concluded, there was just the bonus point coming in there, and Ahmadnagar still lead this match.
Absolutely. And you need to download our YKS app, the official app. You can win prizes worth 5,000 rupees each and merchandises, and then react like Sohail Chandok. If you can beat his reaction, of course you'll not get any extra money, but yeah, you can brag about it, saying, listen, I've beaten Sohail Chandok's reaction also as well. But yeah, Chinmay Gurav comes on. But yeah, just going back to that corner defense. I'm trying to figure out a reason for that. And maybe only Praful Zavre is the only proper raider who raids in and becomes a big force of raiding for Ahmadnagar. Maybe that's the reason why they have given the opportunity to Vaibhav Patil and Yash Boyer. Maybe that's the reason, but that's not the right reason. I'm just trying to figure what was actually going through. But Praful Zavre, as expected, in a do-or-die raid,
1 point Ahmadnagar, jersey
the
number
ankle
18 out.
and Ahmad Inamdar fells for it. There was no bonus there, Ryan. Why did you go for the ankle hold?
Yeah, I mean that's the brilliance of a raider like Praful Zavre, and I got the privilege to for the first time pronounce his name right. And I think that's what they often do. They want the defenders to fall into their trap. So we often think only defense can set a trap, but no, raiders can set traps too in the game of kabaddi. As Vignesh comes in here, possibly trying to get a few points, and he will not. It will be an empty raid, and we will go back to a super tackle situation.
Yeah, there's still one man to be reduced. Yeah, no worries, one man to be reduced. But yeah, Praful Zavre been very lucky to be here, and the diving hand touch was so close, really close to Vaibhav Patil. And it is just by a thread's difference that he's escaped that one. Oh my God, that looked acrobatic, that looked very close. And they're playing it on that do-or-die raid, both the teams. Ajit Pawar goes in and napped out Chinmay Gurav. Wow, and the coach is really happy. The captain does well. And even before explaining this defense, he was the one who came up to me as soon as I went out there and said, listen, Naveen, we've heard you so much on air. Nice to see you also in person. And he was the one who actually started off that conversation of the nicknames and all that. So it was good. And now in a super tackle situation, has he been dashed out? The referee has to save his legs.
Ahmadnagar.
And Praful
Jersey number
Zavre's got
14
2
and
more
4 out.
points.
Oh yes, take a look at the replay, spectacularly executed, and it's Praful Zavre. So I don't think even when that dash was being initiated,
Right.
many of us viewers would have thought it's going to be a complete dash, because Praful Zavre usually gets the better of such situations. And Naveen, you were just stating about you being there, and I'll be honest, your presence there is definitely going to benefit whichever team there, because you do put out the right pointers that they need to make the right decisions, especially when they're trailing. And here Vignesh will get tackled as well.
1 plus 2, 3 point.
Absolutely, as
Ahmadnagar.
Sanket Kalate comes across from that right corner.
Thane all
Was
out.
just going for the bonus, isn't it, Vignesh Chaudhary?
Thane all
He was
in.
not looking for a touch point. Yeah, he knew that this defense will lap him up. But I'll tell you what, as a secret here, Rand,
Red.
even though I'm here, I've made sure the commentary is not being heard from the players. Because whatever the strategy is only for people watching live on fan court and enjoying the game alongside with me and you. So the players are on their own. Like, the coaches now can't do anything after the players go on the mat. It's as simple as that. So whatever strategy is now, speak about strategies. Thane Humpy Heroes once again trailing as expected. I think it's time to bring back Prathamesh Balekundri on the mat. He is there on the bench, and Abhishek Pawar says, no, you've not got a toe touch on me. And Mange Sonawane is swearing on the mat. He is swearing on the mat. He is looking confident, and Thane have no review. Thane have no review here, Ryan. They lost that review. Oh, we definitely should look at that replay, as Jamshed will be a man now under a little bit of a tight corner. He will have to roll it out very soon. Praful Zavre will put in an empty raid, I think.
Yeah, that was so close there, and Thane was very much adamant on getting the point there, but unfortunately no review. This is where the decision to click or take that review is very important. You need to be 100% sure, and it's good that we often have that review rule, because otherwise we see a lot of teams simply taking reviews for the sake of it. So yeah, it's actually a good thing. At the same time, it's going to be a bad thing for Thane fans and Thane players, as we have a do or die raid.
Yeah, always Soros Math goes into the grinder, and now Ahmad Inam, that says enough. Enough is enough.
Red out.
I
1
will come
point,
ahead
Thane.
and block you from the right cover. This replay is okay, is good, but we want to see that replay of Mange Sonawane. He was so confident.
Red.
Do or die.
And again, Vignesh Chaudhary comes in. He can go for the bonus run very much.
Yeah, I think because he should possibly do that, because right now when it comes to the raiding front, their team has struggled a little bit. They've often fallen prey to that strong defense. Just like this once again, he may have escaped the ankle hold initially, but there all of them came through. There might be a jersey pulling. Yes, a jersey pulling point might go in favor of Thane
number
as well,
11.
No, they will just give away that green card is what I feel, because
come
the
here.
ankle
Jersey
hold,
number 11,
yes, he
please come here.
escaped. And Abhishek Pawar came along for the support alongside with the right
Jersey
cover.
number 11. Ahmadnagar. Green card for jersey pulling.
Abhishek
Red.
Pawar gets that green card, as I said. See, the jersey pulling will be awarded to the raider, Ryan. You know how, like, when the jersey pull actually helps, or rather supports in stopping the raider. Oh, Praful Zavre.
Rider out of bounds. 1
Unbelievable.
point.
I haven't
Thane.
seen this. Probably that's the effect of me being here in the mat. He's gone into the lobby for the first time without a touch. Oh God. He just couldn't stop himself, isn't it? And probably he's very happy seeing me.
Oh yes, the way that's not often, that will be one of the extra points we get to see in the statistics at halftime and even at full time. And now Chinmay here coming in. Ahmadnagar 2 points, 2 times ahead of Thane right now, 12-6 with 6 minutes to go. And right now Thane should just change their approach, I feel, in this game, because they know that they are going up against a squad like Ahmadnagar. and they've in this entire match they've struggled when it comes to raiding. So what do you think they should do, Naveen? Should they send in their star raiders apart from this beautiful block?
1 point Thane.
Absolutely, we'll come back to that. But the right chain was very, very good this time, isn't it? The right corner and the right in defender, Yesh Boher, and of course Mangesh Sonawane trapping Soros Mayad. He wanted to go under the chain and doesn't get a gap out of it. See now for Thane, I'll tell you what, the Raiders, they stand a very small chance, and now with the tender coconut Raider, because he's sitting on the bench, Narulia. Praful Zavre is what I'm meaning. Yeah, people will take some time to get used to that name. But in the Maharashtrian Kabaddi circuit, everybody knows that name is what I've been told. So until and unless he comes back, it's time for the defense to make sure they do not allow points to Abhijit Deshmukh. Because like they actually tackled out Soros Mayad. Because Soros was there actually to go ahead and revive Praful. That was his only motto. And good, very good that Ahmadnagar is holding on to his feel of going ahead and tackling out.
Do or die.
And he's also whispered something into the ears of Mangesh Sonawane. Just try and see whom to target out. Because it's a very strong chain in that left flank. Abhishek Pawar and Ajit Pawar, both Pawars doing well. Oh, unbelievable. Not required. And they're not happy at
1
all.
point
with
Thane. Jersey
Shambaji
number 5
Babur.
out. Wait. Right away.
Yeah, Shambaji shouldn't have gone in for that instance. You can take a look at that. He went in with confidence and all of a sudden hesitated because he knew he possibly wouldn't have executed it completely and gotten the positive result there. However, a substitution will happen for Ahmadnagar as Thane has gotten a couple of points now through the tackling and the raid. We move on.
Start.
Yeah, because you know why Shivam Patara has come on? There are no Raiders. This is a small victory for Thane Hampi Heroes. Small but very significant victory, I should say. Because they've made sure the Raiders, all three of them are out. And Mr. Mongoose, he comes in as Shivam Patare. As Ajit Pawar will just put in a solitary empty raid. And there is nobody next to raid. That is
Time
why
out Thane.
Shivam Patare has come on. He just wants to have a word. Thane, let's listen to Thane. What is Maloji Bones is saying?
कॉर्नर तिकडे आणि तिघ जण लावून धारा बरं का तिघ बी
This
डिपेंडर
is fine. Shantanu Pandav.
तुम्ही तिघ पण डिपेंडर हे लावून धारा
Right,
हा.
he just wants to go
काल
ahead.
सारखं आहे ना ऐके ए काल सारखं आहे ना टॅकल मध्ये तू नको जाऊ तू सेफच थांब नाही तर हे धरलं तू गेल धरायला
They're
असं नको करू.
asking Shivam Patare to be away from the tackling. They're saying the defenders will look for it. You be safe. Hey, interesting. And also a very valid point. But I'm still very nervous about that left flank for Vignesh Chaudhary here, Ryan, because Vaibhav, or rather Vignesh, can't go towards that left corner because you have Abhishek Pawar and Ajit
Do
Pawar.
or die.
Now the fun begins.
Yes, definitely. Shivam Patare here has stepped in for his team from the bench because they were short of Raiders and he slips there unfortunately.
Hello.
And the do or
1
die
point,
raid,
Thane.
Thane will get a point and Thane is slowly inching their way back into this game, Naveen.
And they did not plan for this, isn't it? Shivam Patare slipping out. Oh, he did not expect that either. He came in especially for that do or die raid. And now I'll tell you what. The Raiders of Thane need to really play a very, very big, sensible game. They have to be on their toes of not getting caught in this super tackle. Yeah, that's nice. Chinmay Gurav does well, wants to escape. Stand out there and don't go for the tackle. Just don't go for it. Don't go for the attack. Because it's a very strong three-defender unit, which was there. Especially Ajit Pawar and Abhishek Pawar. And also you have Sanket Kalate. Two corners and the captain. So everything now boils down how quickly you can inflict the do or die raid. Now, Chinmay has to go in, put in a very quick raid and come back. And then Ajit will come and rest us his haunches for a next raid as well. Very important this raid now for Mangesh
Do
Sonawane.
or die.
It's a do or die raid. It's a super tackle. If he can quickly raid in and actually attack Vaibhav Patil. Because Vaibhav is very good in the back hold. No, that was a wrong side. Sanket Kalate is very good in the double thigh hold. Super tackle,
Hello.
2 points. That's
Super
it.
tackle, 2
Zavre is
points,
revived.
Ahmadnagar.
I told it, Ryan. I told to go ahead, attack Abhishek instead of the other side.
Yeah, true that,
Yeah.
Naveen. And this is just a reminder, I think, for all the teams out there in the Yuva Kabaddi series and everybody who's been following. Ahmednagar is the team that they are only because of that very raid, is what I feel. You know, just when it looked like the all-out might be inflicted on them, they still held their nerve, got a couple of points, and right now they are on top of the game yet again. And that is Chance's caliber, nothing else, Naveen.
Absolutely. Now can he go back quickly? Yes. They know that Ahmadnagar's do-or-die raid is going to come up. Yeah. He will go back. And Praful Zavre now will be thrown into the grinder. And if he gets grinded or if he can grind out some chutney, it will be seen. Because I'll tell you what, Ahmadnagar had won the toss there, Ryan. And if they can tackle out Praful in this raid, that's very good. Because the next
1 point,
raid,
Thane.
the second half's first raid, they don't have raiders. They don't have raiders to start the raid, and yes, Shantanu Panda will know it.
Indeed, and Praful Zavre there going a little too deep, and the initiation by the defenders on the right side at the very of a moment, getting them the point as Chinmay steps in for the last raid of the first half. The super tackle situation is on. Chinmay could possibly get a point here because Ahmednagar will be under pressure, but these defenders are also equipped to such situations.
Absolutely, I will want him to go back safely. That's okay. You've given just a 4-point lead to Ahmadnagar, is okay. Just go back safely. Yeah, he does go back safely. So no problem.
Half
Second
time,
half's
change the
his
court.
first raid. It'll be very interesting because Ahmadnagar don't have a raider to raid in because you can't bring on anybody. Shivam Patare is being tackled out and Praful Zavre has been tackled out. Very interesting. And as far as the game has progressed, Ryan, it's once again the defense of Ahmadnagar Periyar Panthers who've done exceptionally well. There's no doubt at all.
Oh yes, Naveen rightly pointed out. They've stood out. They've shown us as to why, you know, they bring on the challenge, you know, to any raiders, that you go onto their mat, try to get a few points off of them. Thane have managed to do that in the first half. In the first 10 minutes, they were struggling honestly, but after that they started getting those touch points clearly, and that's why the game is so close right now.